of democracy, peace and unity. However, without the access to justice, human rights cannot be protected. The Muslim Center for Justice and Law is heading a campaign to advocate for equitable justice for all as a precursor for true democracy, peace and stability as the country prepares for the 2021 general elections. Joining me in studio this afternoon is Hadija Nansubuga, who is the head of legal affairs at the center. Good afternoon, Hadija.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to NTV at 1.
Thank you.
Now, in the recent past, a number of several human rights activists actually have come out to condemn the arrests. But are we seeing any progress on that note after all this condemnation that has come out?
Yeah, I think there is progress, because at first it was only the civil societies coming out. But right now we are seeing also the state. The state has come out to condemn some acts of violence, especially for human rights. Today's conference, the head, the Assistant Commissioner, Legal Affairs and Human Rights at police, he condemned the violence used by the police officers. And also in February this year, they launched a policy on human rights and law to be used by the police officers. So as many people speak out, it's also progress, because the more people talk about it, the more the government or the state actors get to know that this is something pressing and should be adjusted.
Well, if we see that there are some steps being taken, is there more that needs to be done, or this is all that can be done?
No, more has to be done.
And if so, what more can be done within this?
First of all, we have to look at who is responsible or what is the actual cause. If we are saying state actors are doing this, then what can we do about the state actors? If you are saying it's because of poverty that people cannot access justice, then what can we do about poverty, and who's supposed to do that? So I think we are just at the beginning, and a lot has to be done, starting from the police itself, because we look at justice, there are 4 main components: the police, the law enforcement, we have the prosecution, we have the courts, and then the prisons themselves. So a lot has to be done.
Okay, and besides the conference, what more is the center doing?
Apart from the conference in regards to access to justice, we are raising awareness. And we have also filed a constitution petition. We are challenging some sections, the Third Party Insurance Act. Some victims cannot actually access justice. Hit and runs are not addressed. When you hit by a vehicle, what happens next? You have no one to sue. And the government had earlier set a law in 1986 that there shall be a council to address such instances, but the same act suspended the sections. So in such instances, we filed a petition that at least the law should be amended to address some of those concerns.
Okay, thank you so much, and perhaps, hopefully the government is listening, and we know that they are, and they will be able to take heed for what you're calling them to do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have been joined by Hadija Nansubuga, who is the head of legal affairs at the Muslim Center for Justice and Law. Now over to the government that has embarked on the demarcation of shores of Lake Victoria along the South Busoga Central Forest Reserve in Mayuge District. The National Environment Management Authority has demarcated 200 meters of the lake shores to conserve and protect it from further degradation. This is in line with the President's directive to protect the lake and also carve out 48 villages under the Busoga Forest Reserve and allocate the land to the local community who were displaced by the tsetse flies during the